You wake up, your legs feel like stone, your hands numb, tingling, and your heart. It's beating. Sure, but it feels tired, weak. You sit up slowly, whispering to yourself, I guess this is just what getting old feels like. But let me ask you, is that really true, or have we all just accepted feeling miserable as normal? Here's a fact that should shake you. Every 36 seconds, someone in the United States dies from heart disease or diabetes. That's 2 people every minute, more than 800,000 deaths a year, according to the CDC. Now, I want you to stop and look around. This isn't some abstract number. That could be you. That could be your spouse. That could be the friend you used to walk with every morning. And here's the worst part. Most people don't even realize their body is screaming for help until it's too late. But I'm here to tell you, getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It doesn't mean living in fear, pain, or fatigue. Your energy, your strength, your heart, they're still yours to reclaim, and we start right here by changing what's on your plate. In this video, I'm going to show you how one simple food, cooked the right way, can clean your arteries, stabilize your blood sugar, and give your heart the relief it's been begging for. You don't need miracle pills. You don't need exotic supplements. What you need is already in your kitchen. If you've ever woken up feeling exhausted, or if you're tired of hearing, it's just age, leave a comment with number 1 below. If not yet, just write number 0. I want to hear from you. And if any part of this video touches you, please hit subscribe and turn on the bell so we don't lose each other in this journey toward a longer, stronger, healthier life. Because it's not too late to take your body back. And it all begins with one healing dish. Number 1, the silent, slow poison that's inside your meals. Let me ask you something straight. When was the last time you actually looked at what goes on your plate? I've been practicing medicine for over 30 years. And I can tell you, the number 1 mistake I see in patients over 60 is this. They think their food is harmless, when in reality, it's silently poisoning their heart and blood sugar every single day. Let's talk facts. According to the American Heart Association, over 121 million adults in the U.S. are living with some form of heart disease. That's 1 in every 2 adults. But here's the twist. Nearly 2/3 of them didn't even know their arteries were clogging up until it was almost too late. Why? Because the danger hides behind normal meals. White rice, white bread, canned soup, even your morning cereal. The added sugar, the refined oils, the sodium, these things build up slowly, quietly, until one day, you wake up and can't walk up a flight of stairs without feeling like your chest is in a vice. It doesn't happen overnight, it creeps in. Now, I want you to pause. Think about your last dinner. Was there a vegetable on your plate? Was it fresh or from a microwave bag with butter and salt packed in? Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Every bite you take is either feeding disease or fighting it. There's no neutral ground. And if you're eating the same way you did at 30, but now you're 65, it's like using gasoline meant for a motorcycle to power a freight train. It doesn't work anymore. Your aging heart needs different fuel. Your arteries. They need less clogging. Your pancreas. It's fighting an uphill battle with every spoonful of processed carbs. But here's what most doctors never say. You can reverse this. I've seen patients go from taking insulin twice a day to walk 3 miles and cook their own meals again, all by making one simple decision. Take back your kitchen. That's your battlefield. That's your pharmacy. That's your front line in the war against chronic disease. So, now I ask you, are you ready to take back control? If your answer is yes, drop a comment below and type the words, I'm ready to heal. Because in the next part, I'll show you the exact foods that are already helping millions of older Americans reverse inflammation, stabilize their sugar, and open up blood flow again. And it starts with the most underestimated veggie in the grocery aisle. You might already have it in your fridge. Stay with me. Number 2, the green giant that sweeps your arteries clean. Let's start with something green. Not just green in color, but green in power. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, but it's sitting in most grocery stores, and maybe even in your fridge right now. I'm talking about kale. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh great, another trendy health food, let me stop you. This isn't some fad. This leafy green is a weapon, a true ally for anyone over 60 who's tired of swollen legs, shortness of breath, and unpredictable blood sugar. Why? Because kale doesn't just help, it actively cleans up the mess inside your arteries. I'll explain. Kale is loaded with soluble fiber. And fiber isn't just for your gut. It acts like a sponge, soaking up bad LDL cholesterol before it has a chance to harden and stick to your artery walls. That means better blood flow, lower blood pressure, and a heart that doesn't have to work overtime just to keep you alive. According to research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, kale also contains a compound called sulforaphane, a natural anti-inflammatory that calms the lining of your blood vessels. And here's what matters most. Chronic inflammation inside arteries is one of the earliest signs of diabetes and heart disease. Now, think about this. You might be taking medication to lower blood pressure. You might be checking your blood sugar every morning, but if the walls of your arteries are inflamed, you're still fighting the fire with a leaking hose. That's where kale steps in. It helps reduce that hidden inflammation. It slows down the absorption of sugar after meals. And for anyone with type 2 diabetes or even pre-diabetes, that means more stable glucose, less fatigue, and less stress on your pancreas. But that's not all. Kale is also high in vitamin K, which helps your blood clot properly. This might not sound like much, but as you age, improper clotting can mean one thing: danger. Either you bleed too long, or worse, your blood clots in the wrong place, like your heart or brain. Vitamin K helps prevent calcium buildup in the arteries. That's what we call vascular calcification, and it's deadly silent. Now, you might say, I don't like the taste. That's okay. You don't need to eat it raw in salads like a rabbit. Steam it lightly. Mix it into soups. Blend it into a smoothie with lemon and apple. Add a pinch of sea salt and a drizzle of olive oil, and it becomes one of the most healing side dishes in your weekly rotation. In my own practice, I had a retired truck driver, 71 years old, who used to get winded just walking to his mailbox. He added kale 3 times a week, replaced his white bread with oats, and within 3 months, his cholesterol dropped by 23%. He walked half a mile without stopping, not because of magic, because of food, because of choice. So, here's my challenge to you. Before you dismiss this leafy green, ask yourself, do you want to feel stronger next month than you do today? If yes, then start with kale. Just a handful. 2 to 3 times a week. And if you've ever cooked with kale before, drop a comment below. I've tried kale, or if this is new to you, type, I'll give it a shot. Let's reclaim our health one leaf at a time. Because every heart deserves clean arteries, and every elder deserves to breathe easy again. Number 3, the creamy fruit that stabilizes your blood sugar and melts bad cholesterol. Let's talk about something creamy, something most people think of as just a topping for toast. But in reality, it's one of the most powerful tools we have to protect the aging heart and reverse insulin resistance. I'm talking about avocados. Now, listen, I've had countless patients tell me, Doc, I thought avocados were too fatty for someone my age. Let me be very clear. Avocados don't make you fat. They make you function. This fruit is rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind your heart loves. These fats help lower bad LDL cholesterol and raise the good kind, HDL. According to a study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, eating 1 avocado a day led to significant reductions in LDL in adults with elevated cholesterol levels. But the benefits go way beyond cholesterol. Avocados are loaded with potassium even more than bananas. Potassium helps relax your blood vessels. And when blood vessels relax, blood pressure goes down. And here's the real kicker. Avocados improve insulin sensitivity, which means your body can actually use insulin properly, keeping blood sugar stable instead of spiking after every meal. For older adults, especially those managing type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, this is huge. Let me give you an example. 3 years ago, I had a patient, Margaret, 66. She was taking metformin twice a day, struggling with midday crashes and high fasting glucose. We added half an avocado to her breakfast and taught her how to pair it with high-fiber carbs. 3 weeks later, her afternoon crash is gone. Within 2 months, her A1C dropped from 7.1 to 6.3. She felt steady, clear, and for the first time in years in control. That's not a theory, that's real. Now here's where people go wrong. They eat avocado with processed bread, they mash it up with bacon and mayonnaise, or worse, they avoid it altogether because they think fat is bad. Let me say it again, loud and clear. Fat isn't the enemy. The wrong kind of fat is. Avocados are the right kind of fat. They also help with weight control because the fiber and healthy fats in avocado make you feel full longer, which means fewer sugar crashes, less snacking, and more control over your appetite. One more thing, avocados are rich in antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. These protect your eyes from age-related degeneration. They also support brain function and memory. So, yes, this fruit is creamy, but it's anything but indulgent. It's medicine disguised as food. If you've never eaten avocado because you thought it was too fatty or not for seniors, I want you to challenge that belief today. Slice one open, pair it with lemon, put it in your salad, or blend it into a green smoothie with kale and cucumber. And if you've used avocado as part of your meals, leave a comment below. Avocado changed my mornings. If you're just getting started, write trying avocado this week, because once you feel the difference, you'll never look at this fruit the same way again. Number 4, the sweet berry that fights blood sugar, spikes, and inflammation. Let's talk about something sweet, small, red, juicy, but don't let the taste fool you. This is not candy. This is medicine in disguise. Strawberries may look like a treat, but what they do to your blood vessels, your glucose levels, and your inflammation markers, that's nothing short of remarkable. First, the basics. Strawberries are low on the glycemic index. That means they don't spike your blood sugar the way most fruits are worse. Processed snacks do, for anyone over 60 struggling with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. This isn't optional, it's essential. But here's where things get more interesting. The deep red color of strawberries isn't just pretty. It's packed with anthocyanins, a class of antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, lower inflammation, and protect the inner lining of your arteries from damage. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that anthocyanin-rich foods like strawberries helped reduce insulin resistance and C-reactive protein, a key marker of systemic inflammation linked to both heart disease and diabetes. Let's pause here because this matters. Inflammation is not just swelling. It's a biochemical fire inside your body. When your arteries are inflamed, they don't open and close properly. Your heart has to work harder, your brain gets less oxygen, and your blood sugar becomes harder to control. Strawberries help cool that fire, and that's not all. They're also rich in vitamin C, one of the most important vitamins for seniors. Vitamin C strengthens your immune system, repairs blood vessel walls, and supports collagen production, keeping your arteries elastic, not stiff. Now, let me be clear, I'm not talking about strawberry-flavored yogurt or strawberry jam with 30 grams of sugar. I'm talking about real strawberries fresh, whole, with the seeds, and preferably organic. Another underrated benefit, fiber. Strawberries offer both soluble and insoluble fiber, which means they help regulate digestion, slow down sugar absorption, and keep your appetite under control between meals. This isn't just good for weight management, it's critical for maintaining stable glucose throughout the day. No crashes, no spikes, no guessing, and yet, most seniors don't eat them. Why? Because they think fruits are too sugary, because they've been misled by outdated advice that says, cut out fruit to control diabetes. Let's set the record straight. It's not the fruit. It's the added sugar that's killing your metabolism. Natural sugar, inside a fiber-rich berry, digests slowly. It gives you steady energy, and when combined with protein or healthy fats, even better, blood sugar control. So, If you're skipping strawberries out of fear, stop, start small. 3 to 5 berries with breakfast. A few more as a snack. No guilt, no crash, just healing. And if you want to give your heart, your brain, and your blood sugar a powerful ally, you just found one, comment below if you've ever avoided fruit out of fear of sugar. Type, "No more fear. I choose smart fruits." And if this is your first time considering strawberries as a healing food, type, "Strawberries are now in my plan." Because food isn't the enemy, ignorance is, and now you know better. Number 5. The tiny nut that fights inflammation and keeps your heart young. Sometimes the most powerful medicine doesn't come in a pill. It comes in the palm of your hand in the form of a crunchy, golden brown nut that most people overlook. I'm talking about walnuts. They're small, yes, but what they do inside your body is anything but small. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, the same heart-healing fats found in salmon and flax seeds. But here's the key. Unlike fish oil, walnuts don't need refrigeration or special preparation. You can eat them raw, on the go, or toss them into your salad or morning oatmeal. Why are omega-3s so important? Because inflammation is the hidden driver behind most chronic diseases. Not just arthritis, but also atherosclerosis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and even depression in seniors. When your body is inflamed, your arteries stiffen, your blood pressure rises, and your blood sugar spirals out of control. According to a landmark study in Circulation, the official journal of the American Heart Association, people who regularly ate just 1 ounce of walnuts per day had better cholesterol profiles and reduced arterial stiffness. That's not marketing, that's measurable. Now, let's talk about magnesium. Most seniors are deficient in this crucial mineral, and they don't even know it. Magnesium plays a central role in over 300 metabolic processes. It regulates your heartbeat, controls blood pressure, and helps your muscles relax properly after movement. Even better, magnesium directly improves insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your cells to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. Low magnesium, BARS, poor sugar control, fatigue, brain fog, and increased risk of complications. Walnuts deliver this mineral in a natural, absorbable form, no need for supplements. But the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts contain polyphenols and selenium, 2 powerful antioxidants that defend your cells from oxidative stress. That's the rust that builds up inside your blood vessels as you age. Oxidative stress is a major contributor to memory decline, circulatory problems, and reduced healing capacity after injury or illness. By lowering that oxidative damage, walnuts help you stay sharper, heal faster, and circulate blood more efficiently from your heart to your brain to your legs. And here's what most people get wrong. They eat nuts that are roasted in oil, salted, or worse, sugar-coated. That's not healing. That's sabotaging. For true benefits, walnuts must be raw, unsalted, unroasted. That's how nature intended them to heal you. 1 small handful per day, around 1 ounce, is enough. Too much, and you're just adding calories. Too little, and you miss the healing. So, if you're not already including walnuts in your diet, now's the time. Your arteries, your nerves, your heart, they're begging for this kind of support. Type in the comments. 1 handful a day, I'm in. If you're already eating them, tell us how you use them. Let's build a library of healing together. Because growing older doesn't mean falling apart. It means making smarter, smaller choices that add up to a longer, stronger life. Number 6. The ancient root that balances blood sugar and fights vascular damage. Let's move to the earth, to a food that grows in silence, but carries a powerful message for every senior struggling with fatigue, unstable glucose, or heart stress. Let's talk about yams, not the candied, marshmallow-covered kind on Thanksgiving. I mean the real root, steamed, roasted, or mashed without added sugar, the kind your ancestors may have used as food and medicine. So, why yams? Because they're one of the most intelligent carbohydrates nature ever created. Unlike white rice or pasta, yams are full of complex starches that break down slowly, which means they release glucose into your bloodstream gradually, not all at once. This slow release keeps your insulin levels stable, which is critical for anyone managing type 2 diabetes or trying to prevent it. But here's what most people don't know. Yams contain a rare compound called diosgenin. According to a study published in Food and Function, diosgenin helps reduce inflammation in vascular tissue and protects endothelial cells, the delicate inner lining of your arteries. This is huge because when your vascular lining is damaged, your body can no longer regulate blood pressure properly. You get stiffness, poor circulation, and in many cases, silent progression of heart disease. Diosgenin works at the cellular level, helping the blood vessels stay flexible and strong, even as we age, and it doesn't stop there. Yams are also rich in soluble fiber, which helps slow digestion, support gut health, and maintain satiety. That means fewer cravings, better digestion, and more sustained energy. As a bonus, they're high in vitamin B6, which is essential for nerve function, mood regulation, and hormonal balance. All of these systems, nerves, hormones, circulation are interlinked. When one improves, the others follow. That's the power of a healing root. Now, here's where people go wrong. They drench yams in syrup, they deep fry them, or they skip them altogether, thinking carbs are bad. Let me say this plainly. It's not about carbs. It's about the type of carbs. Yams are the right kind. They don't spike blood sugar. They don't cause fat gain. They support energy, healing, and cardiovascular resilience. And for people over 60, who often eat too little fiber and too many simple carbs, yams are a nutritional turning point. So, what can you do? Replace your white rice with mashed yams. Dice them into soups. Roast them with olive oil, turmeric, and a pinch of salt. It's not complicated. It's consistent. If you've been avoiding yams because of carb fear, now's the time to flip the script. Comment below smart carbs, not scary carbs, because food isn't the problem. Misinformation is. And once you give your body the right fuel, it knows exactly what to do with it. Number 7, the powerful clove that widens your arteries and lowers your blood sugar. Let's talk about one of the smallest, simplest things in your kitchen, and yet one of the most powerful allies you can give your heart. Garlic. Yes, that humble little clove. You've chopped it, crushed it, cooked with it, but chances are you've never fully understood what it's doing inside your body. So, here's the truth. Garlic isn't just a flavor, it's a vascular medicine. Its active compound, allicin, has a vasodilating effect, which means it helps open up blood vessels and improve circulation. That takes pressure off the heart, and when your blood flows better, your entire body works better. In people over 60, blood pressure often creeps up slowly. You don't feel it right away, but it quietly damages your kidneys, eyes, and brain. Garlic helps reduce that pressure naturally, and that's just the beginning. Garlic also supports blood sugar balance. A controlled trial published in Phytomedicine found that garlic supplementation significantly lowered fasting glucose levels and improved insulin sensitivity in patients with type 2 diabetes. That's huge, because insulin resistance is one of the first warning signs that your metabolism is breaking down. And garlic helps your body respond to insulin more efficiently, allowing sugar to move out of your blood and into your cells where it belongs. But garlic's impact doesn't stop at the heart or pancreas. It also acts as a natural antibiotic, fighting low-grade infections and chronic inflammation that often go undetected in older adults. This kind of inflammation slowly stresses the immune system, disrupts hormone function, and increases risk of stroke, heart attack, and fatigue. One small clove can push back against all of that, but you have to use it right. Here's where people go wrong. They overcook garlic until it turns brown. They add it too early in the pan and destroy the allicin. Or they rely on garlic powder, which often has little therapeutic value. Here's what you should do. Crush one fresh clove. Let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking. This resting time allows the allicin to fully form. Then cook gently low heat. Or, better yet, mix it raw into olive oil, lemon juice, or salads. It's a tiny act of preparation with massive payoff for your heart, blood vessels, and blood sugar. So if you're not using garlic daily, you're missing one of nature's most trusted protectors. Drop a comment below if you're ready to make garlic part of your healing plan. Type 1 clove a day for my heart, because sometimes the most powerful medicine is already in your kitchen. You just have to treat it with the respect it deserves. Number 8, the simple fruit that shields your heart and smooths your blood sugar. They say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And let me tell you, whoever said that was right. But only if you eat it right. I'm talking about the whole apple skin and all. Because that's where the power lies. Let's break it down. The skin of an apple contains a flavonoid called quercetin. This natural compound acts like an anti-inflammatory shield around your blood vessels. It protects the lining of your arteries from oxidative stress, the kind that causes stiffness, high blood pressure, and long-term cardiovascular damage. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that quercetin supplementation significantly reduced blood pressure in adults with stage 1 hypertension. That's right, something as simple as apple skin can help your blood vessels relax and perform better. But that's just part of the story. Inside the apple, you'll find pectin, a type of soluble fiber. Pectin forms a gel-like substance in your digestive tract. That gel slows the absorption of sugar and traps cholesterol before it enters the bloodstream. This is crucial for anyone dealing with type 2 diabetes or high LDL cholesterol, because stable sugar means fewer spikes, and fewer spikes mean less stress on your pancreas, your liver, and your heart. Let's be clear, this isn't about some magical superfood. It's about what happens when you eat the right kind of whole food regularly. Apples don't just regulate blood sugar. They also help with weight control thanks to their fiber, water content, and ability to promote satiety. And they're packed with vitamin C, which boosts your immune system, supports collagen production, and helps your blood vessels stay elastic and resilient. But here's the thing, many people ruin the benefits by doing one of two things. 1, they peel the apple. 2, they drink apple juice instead. Let me be blunt. Peeling the apple removes the quercetin-rich skin that's like throwing away the medicine and keeping the sugar. And juice, even if it's 100% pure, it spikes your blood sugar almost instantly because the fiber is gone and you're left with liquid sugar. So, here's your action. Step: eat the whole apple, preferably organic, and chew it slowly. Make it part of your morning or afternoon routine. This is food that protects from the inside out. If you've been peeling your apples or drinking juice instead, let this be your turning point. Type in the comments, skin on, apple strong, or, if you're already doing it right, share your favorite way to enjoy whole apples daily. Because when it comes to staying off medications, sometimes the best step is biting into what nature already perfected. After everything you've learned about leafy greens, good fats, powerful roots, and real fruits, you might be wondering, where do I start? What's one simple thing I can do right now to feel the difference? Let me give you the answer. Start with one warm, healing dish, simple, affordable, backed by science, and made with ingredients you probably already have at home. Here's what you'll need. 1 red onion, thinly sliced. 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Ett ståentert. A pinch of black pepper. Optional 1 teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar. Oma för deskizorebusk för rind. Let's talk about why this works. Red onion is packed with quercetin, the same antioxidant we talked about in apples known to reduce artery inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. It calms the lining of your blood vessels, making it easier for your heart to pump and your sugar to stay steady. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most studied anti-inflammatory compounds in the world. It helps lower blood sugar and supports overall circulation. But here's the key. Curcumin needs black pepper to be absorbed, and together, they become up to 2,000% more effective. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, delivers healthy monounsaturated fats and polyphenols that lower LDL cholesterol and reduce blood pressure. It protects your arteries while giving the dish richness and flavor. Apple cider vinegar adds tang, but more importantly, it blunts post-meal sugar spikes and supports gut health. Here's how to make it. Heat the olive oil gently in a skillet. Add the sliced red onion and sauté for 3 to 4 minutes until soft and slightly caramelized. Sprinkle in the turmeric and black pepper. Add the apple cider vinegar if using. Stir and cook gently for another 1 to 2 minutes. Serve warm. That's it. No gimmicks, no exotic ingredients. Just food that heals. You can eat this as a side dish with brown rice, quinoa, or roasted vegetables. You can put it on top of whole grain toast, or add it to a warm lentil bowl. The important thing is, make it a habit, 2 to 3 times a week, every week. Let your body feel the rhythm of nourishment, because here's what I've seen in 30 years as a doctor. It's not the drugs that heal us. It's not the expensive machines. It's the daily decisions we make, quietly, in our kitchen, that determine whether we fade away or fight back and thrive. If you're ready to try this recipe, type in the comments, "Healing starts in my kitchen." If this video gave you hope, inspiration, or even just a new idea, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about, because someone out there is waking up tired, aching, and scared, and they need to know this. It's not too late. Your body wants to heal. You just have to give it the right tools, one meal at a time.